Hey, what's happening? Hey. Yeah, check, check, one, two. Hey, can you hear me? Check, one, two. Hey. Did my avatar, what's my avatar look like? Is it me in the room? Is it video? Okay, it's just a normal one. Yeah, it's streaming. Yeah. It's like a 6 or 7 second delay. So I'm gonna do this right now, and you'll see me do it in a few seconds. Yes, yes, you go exactly where I'm going with it. Ah, yeah. So do you mind? It should be running at 333 kilobits per second. I'm hoping it doesn't put a hit on anything. If it does, let me know and I'll shut it down. But I'd love to just run this. I'm curious to see how it goes. Curious. Cool. All right. Who's there? I don't see anybody else. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, right on. Yeah, I don't know if I can show. Let's see if I can show a mirror. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep, it'll take a little while. Okay. Oh, really? That's a lot of it. Okay, maybe it's because it's taking a hit with the server. All right. Neato. Oh, wow. Is there a way I can text back to this person? Siberian Bane? Oh, okay. Okay. Where you could almost carry that around with you? Hi. Hi. Yes. Oh, is my head small? Oh, because you're so big. Yeah.
Hey, hi. Hello there.
Oh, well, this is quite an interesting pairing we've got here. A giant and a
I'm watching now a waiting sign. Hold on, I need to load still probably. Yeah, that's better. No, it's yeah, it is the first time for a Creator Jam indeed. Yeah.
live? Yes, it is. It
Thank
just has
you.
a little bit of a delay. I think it depends on the connection, but
That's great. That's really
yeah.
great.
over here.
Just trying something.
Yeah.
Moet nog zeggen wat?
I just try to imagine a big library.
Yes.
In the center here,
Yeah.
there is the desk, and
Oh, yeah.
around it are those cubes where each category is in.
Oh, right. Like the big with all the shelves and everything.
Just different floors inside these cubes where all those items are, and in the middle is the desk with the map where
Yeah.
everything is, where each category is.
Oh, cool. What was the theme for today? I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was.
Repository.
Repository.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we want to make a place where we can store everything ever made in here. So
Oh,
for
wow.
for logics, for everything.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's cool. Like a physical archive. Like it's a physical archive, right? Like an
Yeah.
actual thing you can grab. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
so
cool.
you don't have to go into all the worlds to collect your stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you want the roller coaster,
Yeah.
you don't have to go into roller coaster world. You can get it here,
Right.
just from one place.
Gotcha. It's a central location, like a watering hole almost. Will it be
Yeah.
a social area too?
It's a super good idea. I've been trying to introduce some of my students to this world already, and I've been basically trying to build this. What your idea is actually building that myself, but I'm just starting myself. So it's great to have some people here that know better how everything works. Is it okay for you? I mean, of course I want to join and help, but of course I'm not as experienced yet. So is it just okay to hang around and learn from you guys? And all right, great.
Daarvoor zien nog meer Leute. We sollten vielleicht mal zulassen.
Yeah. Wow, you're having a live feed inside of a globe. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nu is het finished.
Yeah. Has it waved to you yet?
Dus het moest eigenlijk daar met zo etwas wie Wegweiser haben.
There's this. I really have to work on that speed. We had it. I yet last night. Purple Juice said it was happening in like 7 seconds. So I guess it depends on the connection.
Oh, yeah, there's a huge delay. Yeah. I now see
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah.
Okay. But at least it's kind of cool that I'm still moving. I'm trying to remember to move around a lot more because then people will remember it's not just me in a picture. So I have to be more animated.
It's almost like the memory of yourself inside of your head, like 10 seconds ago.
Right? Yeah, no kidding. Like it's my time. Well, I call it my time particle. That's what I'm calling it. But and I think that's it. You nailed it. That's exactly why I wanted to do that. Yeah,
Very
that's
interesting.
cool. Yeah,
All right. Good.
it's a little time machine. Look back. That's cool.
Yeah. I was, by the way, there's this repository world already with all the folders that were shared by everybody, but I couldn't in any way click them. I mean, my grab pointers were not working on the folders for some reason. Do you have any idea why that is so?
Eben. Und dort, wenn du gesearcht hast, als heisst, du musst in Container 1-5-7.
It looked like the how do you say it? Like the settings were that you are only a visitor or spectator, so that's why you probably cannot copy things. But I was just curious because, of course, I'd like to also gather some folders and some extra materials and stuff, but I couldn't. Sure, yeah. All right.
Hello.
Ja, easy. Es ist ja da, dass man einfach mal etwas ausprobiert.
Oh, I'm doing all right.
See if I can time the wave out to where I run right up to him.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Gehen wir mal schauen.
Ich würde sagen,
Oh,
Oh,
If there's a world that's
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a dedicated world for that? Oh, okay. Okay.
Auftritt.
Letting
It's
everything
so
load up.
surreal.
Oh.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
That's a great avatar.
Oei, oei, oei.
I can hear you good. Shout mode's pretty loud.
Mooi.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, neat. It's almost like following the yellow brick road kind of thing. That's cool.
Yeah, nice. Oh, you're fine.
Oh, that is cool.
Weird. That's neat.
Yeah, take your time. We'll play with this.
Nope.
That's neat.
Nope. I'm good for now.
Yeah, me too.
Second time's the charm.
Awesome. Yep, I got you.
How's this? Is this working out now? Can you hear me? Can you hear
That
me?
sounds good to me.
Nothing changed in game, so I think we're good there.
All right. Yay. Things are working. Okay. But thanks for letting me know, Kate. All right. Let's see here. And oh cool, lamp stuff. Yeah, I got to bring in a lamp as well.
With a quickie.
Yeah, same. But that like people don't know about like the touch toggle and how it works and how to change emissives and stuff. So yeah, I'll start working on. Let's see, who's doing what here, and then that way I can kind of like guide towards something or start working on things as well.
Yeah. I might help with like organization and things like that.
Oh, that would be perfect. We're gonna need a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think that this covers a lot. I went through all of the different share folders I have, and specifically
Wow.
try to break it down into what I thought it was, and then you'll see like tools, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all things I would consider tools, like tooltips, world tools, like the world management stuff that
Yeah.
Small does, productivity tools like Nello, accessibility tools like the stuff you see over here. Component clone tips, which, oh my goodness, if you haven't used those before, they're wonderful.
I spawned one once, couldn't get it to work. I was too dumb.
Oh no, that's the thing. Like, have a description that says like component clone, and someone's like, "What are those?" And it says, "Use a component clone by blah blah blah," and then here's a bunch of them that you can
Right.
use. So yeah, this is going to be useful.
So how do you what kind of image do you have in your head when it comes to the spatial organization of these categories? Do you see like pedestals or orbs or maybe platforms? What is your fantasy when you made these categories?
Good question. The way I see it is, in general, when I think of a museum, I'm going to use these cubes as an example. And we'll also use this drawing tool. Just real basic thing. Okay. Let's duplicate a bunch of these. Oop. There, that's plenty. Okay. Great. So the way I see it is you have a section. This is just a general square. It could be large, could be, I would suggest possibly room, something where the background of it will not be occluded, like if you're trying to read, so it's very easy to use. Hi, Sarkato, welcome. And there'll be a decent amount of distance, so that way if the area needs to grow,
Yeah.
that it's easily done. There'll be a starting off space, and that'll probably have a map with it. And that way you'll be able to kind of understand what exists in the whole thing altogether.
Absolutely.
And then there'll be walking paths. We could have it warp. Innocent Thief had an interesting suggestion about being careful not to have it warp, because then that way you get the visual spatial memory of as you're walking past this and you walk past other sections. So maybe this section takes you to another one, just like in a museum, and you stumble upon something else that you weren't expecting. I'm kind of mixed. I don't know whether that's a good idea, because then you stumble upon things you don't want to see that you might not have expected, or if it ends up becoming something that's a bit cumbersome, even if you're flying. That's one of those things I think we have to just work with a little bit. But if these things are already modular, and we do it in such a way, we can just lift up the entire room, move it,
of course.
or
No,
add
of
warp
course.
space later.
Somewhere
So it's pretty beautiful. And so I would suggest we start off with like some kind of platformy type things, or something that's pretty simple, and then we can grow from there and make it into something that has much more like a decorative element. Because I foresee a lot of creator jams, the goal is to make it so it's multi-tiered. So someone, if they're a coder, they might make something that's built in programmatically, but someone else might end up doing something that's much more low level, that's easier to do. And I think that's where like the decorative like layout element might be, where someone says, oh yeah, I have something for like the gun area, this would make it look really nice, it's modular, low poly, or something for the plant area. And I'm just using some really basic examples for the instructional, and that way we can have each area has its own kind of feel and look, but not necessary.
Yeah, and I think that the idea of walls is actually constricting the idea that you can also look afar and maybe see labels that you like, so you can go over there. So I'm not sure we should really plan too many obstructions in terms of what you can visually see around you. But you do indeed create like pockets where you can experience that particular category. That's a very nice idea.
Okay.
I have this idea that they might be like little islands or something like that, in like a large, like open, like skyscape sort of thing.
That. Okay, we have islands. Let me grab those. This is a share folder.
Because then...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I figured, like, we want, like, the things to be individually compartmentalized in a way, but as long as you keep the... Like you mentioned, having some sort of, like, not necessarily, like, something about the walls so that, like, you can visually, like, read things, and it's not, like... the materials don't really intersect or something like that, but like if you keep without the roofs on them or something like an open space, then you can just fly up and then disregard the path if you don't want to, and like you can just like fly around and like, you know, check it out your own way. So it gives options in that regard.
I'm having a little bit of UI
so
issues.
We can kind of have both.
Good idea. But if you go under the Creator Jam public, there is an island under the 3D models. That's a good template island. It's very low poly. We used it for an airship world. And I'd like to bring in some of the airships too. There's some things that will be kind of difficult to bring in, like for the, what's it called? It's the retro game, like the asteroids, the Neos asteroids we made. We could bring that in, but that's really big, and I don't know yet how I feel about that, because like it's a lot of component parts. That might be something I'll wait till Anomalous comes in, kind of work with.
I was just thinking maybe also we can have like a ground floor where the basics are, and the higher you get in more like a spiral manner, the higher the level of the applications.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So you start at the ground floor and do like the basics in the basement, so to speak, and then move your way up to more like complex islands or pockets of categories.
I like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's interesting. And because these are made in such a way that we can kind of move them about, if something
Yeah,
seems
of
like it's not
course.
as
Yeah,
complex,
yeah,
we
yeah.
can kind of move it that way and maybe make it so when it's stacked, that it's not stacked completely on top of each other, that it's kind of like almost stepped. And that way you can kind of see it, but you know that it's not just kind of occluded.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there might be like, so this is the beginner level, this is more like immediate level, and you have an advanced level.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the programming stuff can already be on a basic level. So it's not that the category of programming is only advanced, but you just move your way up in the degree of complexity.
Sure. Though that makes sense. Like we could do that. I don't think it'll be as easy sometimes with them. Some of that, like some of the coding will be simple, but some of the because of its categorization might end up having some simple and some complex. But I think still that's a good idea, and I think it'll work.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So
And do you want to import like the existing essentials as well, like the existing repositories that we have when you have a standard account, or do you feel you want to have like special objects and
Specifically
stuff?
user-created items.
well,
Yeah.
okay. You all be a good example of. So have you guys used that much before the essentials?
Well,
I'm just curious
I
offhand.
use the dev tooltip.
Okay, you're talking about the
About
essential
that.
tips, not the Neos tools. Do you ever find that when you're
Right.
looking through the essentials, this is no dig, this is just curious on your personal user experience. Do you find that you ever have a hard time finding certain pieces of information within the Neos essentials?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's add it.
yeah,
Let's
for
add it
sure.
then. Let's add it.
Because they don't have the first thing is they don't have labels, so you have to click on all of them to first see what the label
Good
is,
point.
and then so you have no idea what they're doing. So but there is this when you start a new session, you can have a world. It's called I'm not sure which one, but it basically has this long row of all the tooltips that you can get.
The Metaverse Training Center, yes.
Yeah. So I thought maybe we can import that in a way already, so it saves you a lot of drag and dropping and labeling.
Okay, we might not want to overlap too much what they're doing, but we can definitely use their tooltips.
There are definitely a lot of them here. I don't know if we want all of them.
Yeah. Can you see anything with that? Mine's completely blank. Can you see that okay?
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Oh, nuts. I might have to reset everything. I can't access my
It's a lot of thumbnails.
my UI.
Yeah. But they're also, many of them are actually similar. They're also called similar, which is weird. So you
Yeah.
have no idea then what it does exactly.
Yeah.
Can someone kick me? I'm gonna probably have to just completely do a full reset. Yeah,
Oh, there goes our great map.
yeah. No. This is on a headless, so we don't lose the world.
Oh, I
nice.
see.
Specifically for situations if I were to explode.
All right, you want me to kick you, Midra?
Yeah, if you would. Kick me out of here.
My first kick. I'm sorry, sir. I have to do it.
Oh no, help.
I'll see you in a minute
See
here.
you soon. Hey everyone on stream, I'm gonna have to reset. I'm having some UI issues. Thanks for being patient, everyone. If you can still hear me, we'll see what we can do as it's kind of still having trouble closing. Hey everyone. I'm going to stay in this world just for a second to answer the stream since everything kind of blew up. We'll fix that since I don't have the list of all the stuff going on. I had some UI issues, but it should be resolved. So